Well, is that your intro sound that just likes to keep it going? I wonder how set up. Oh, well, why not? That sounds good anyway. Still going on. Oh, that's why. My fault. Okay, my fault.
What'd you do now? What'd you do?
No. I have when I watch the show, watching your own show, right? I watch it through StreamYard, but I also have YouTube going just in case if the chat gets frozen, where I could check it out on YouTube itself to make sure I can see the chat. And sometimes I forget to turn the volume off on the YouTube part.
Yeah, because you were having feedback, you were cutting in and out, all kinds of crazy stuff just now.
No, this is not a Mandela Effect show, but Salta Cedar kind of wrote something kind of cool. I don't remember this. He goes, I just seen that Mean Joe Green video. Remember it being called Being Green, not Green, with Grene. That's kind of interesting because this is not a Mandela Effect show, but I don't remember the last name Green having an E at the end of it. So that's a pretty good find. That's a pretty good one to research on, because I always thought it was Green myself. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But hey, I gotta say something for the movie Saw real quick. I will not be able to show any trailers of the movie Saw.
Yeah, sorry, my audio. I'm having audio problems. Go ahead. Sorry, I watched Saw.
No. I'm not gonna be able to show any trailers of Saw because you know how I told you I drop it on my other channel just to see if copyright, if there's a strike or anything.
Yeah.
Well, when I drop the trailer on my other channel, it blocks the whole trailer. It says block in all countries. So that's why I check first.
Yeah.
Because last thing we need to do is play that trailer, and then this whole video gets shut down. Just because you're it's kind of weird, right? Because technically you're promoting the movie, right? You're promoting Saw. A 2004. Can you believe that movie is 2004? Dude, this is 2019, almost 2020. That movie is almost 16 years old.
And they don't want you to. That's stupid. It was a lot of scramble. I know this is just what it is now. If you notice, you remember there's a lot of copyright purchases that went on. There's a whole lot of scrambling. I guess it was a building in Hollywood. We had all these private CDs or private ownership things that all got burned up and purchased, and you don't know who owns what anymore. Everything owns everything. Who knows, man?
No, and you're just promoting. I mean, listen, I understand they own the product. If they should put like if you play a trailer, right? Most trailers are 2.5 minutes and less. They should have like some kind of a thing where if a video footage goes past 2 minutes and 30 seconds, then maybe click a ban or takedown. But because that, then they're probably worried that you're playing the movie. So do it like at 2:30. Don't do it like right off the couple of seconds, because I don't have anything like super negative to say about Saw. So it's not like this movie sucks. They want to take you down, but it's up to them. But before we talk about Saw, I do got to mention this. Before we're going to talk about Saw, the movie. I know this is another movie. This is not a horror movie, but you know how sometimes you rewatch some older movies and you kind of forget how brilliant some older movies are?
Doing that now.
Okay. Last night I watched an older movie. It's not a horror movie. Well, there's a lot of killing in it. And I was watching this movie and I'm like, man, this fucking movie is actually brilliant.
What's that?
If I had like a top 20 list, I would have to put this movie on there. And the movie I'm talking about is The movie was written by Quentin Tarantino.
Of course.
He didn't direct it. He didn't produce this movie. He wrote like 2 movies that he didn't direct, like produce on.
Yeah.
He wrote a movie called Killing Zoe, where Killing Zoe, that was written by Quentin Tarantino. That's the robbing the bank in the UK.
Oh God, I remember. No,
Yeah.
I think it was Paris. Wasn't it Paris?
It was Paris. Now, this ain't the movie I'm talking about, but sometimes Quentin Tarantino's movies, my opinion, are better if he writes it and somebody directs it. The movie I'm talking about that's brilliant.
You got me excited about Killing Zoe.
It's fucking True Romance.
Well, True Romance, yeah. No, that's one of the best movies ever made. But Killing Zoe, dude,
that was
walk past that for a second. If people haven't seen Killing Zoe, you got to give it a little bit of extra props and then go over to True Romance, because True Romance, everybody. Let's face it. I know a lot of movie heads, whatever, they know about True Romance. It's a classic. Even the mainstream corporate fucking movie people,
younger people like my son, they never heard of it.
They never heard of True Romance.
They never really heard of it, and of course, if they never heard of that, they never heard of Quentin Tarantino. I know this is not a Quentin Tarantino hour, but sometimes I feel like his material, beyond like Pulp Fiction, that sometimes if other people direct it and produce it, they're kind of better than his own movies, because his 2 movies that he wrote, Killing Zoe and True Romance, were magnificent because they were, Quentin Tarantino's about the talk.
Yeah.
About the conversation. And those 2 movies had the conversation, but it wasn't just purely on the conversation. It had an awesome balance. Now,
the whole
movie where it had the perfect balance. But a lot of his movies, you could get lost in too much conversation.
Yeah. But let's back up though. Killing Zoe, dude. Wait a minute.
Killing Zoe was terrific. Well, okay. Who stars in it? Do you remember who stars in it?
The red-headed guy. He's in a lot of movies.
Eric Stokes.
Eric Stokes is a fantastic movie. I don't want to give the spoilers on this movie, but it's a bank robbery movie.
It's a bank robbery.
It's a bank robbery, and it's a gritty, grimy, just good old class and True Romance styles, true classic Tarantino co-writing style of gritty. It was a sleeper fucking kick-ass movie for me. It was taking itself to a little bit south. I'm like, it's so gritty, and it's in the deep depths of Paris, guys. Now, this is the slummish Paris. It's got Paris Euro slime trash all over it, but it's not like gay. And no offense to the homosexual community. I'm just saying there is that in there, by the way. we know that. But it doesn't go that direction where these guys are rock and rolly, gritty, fucking, and they know how to use weapons, man.
Yes.
Like,
and what's sad about Killing Zoe was nobody even knew Killing Zoe was out.
Wait. Stop. Don't give it east. It's a truth drop.
No. I'm not giving away. What I'm saying is what's sad is Killing Zoe was. It didn't even was able to be rented until Quentin Tarantino movies got big. Then they're like, hey, look, this is written by Quentin Tarantino, Killing Zoe. It was like in the background. It was in the background.
It was.
It's like this. Everybody knew Road Warrior.
Yes.
Nobody knew Mad Max.
Right.
When Road Warrior hit big, Mad Max, the beginning of the Road Warrior movie. So Killing Zoe was like that with Quentin. Once Quentin hit it big, hey, this movie was written by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. I loved it. And guys, people out there in the sidebar, Killing Zoe is a great movie. Reanimator, of course. Oh, is it? They are the. Was it? What about the Our Animator with Jeffrey Combs? You two ever seen that? Our Animator or Reanimator? I think you think Reanimator.
I know Reanimator.
Our Animator.
Let me just type in Our Animator just to make sure.
I think it means that one. Yeah, the Reanimator. I think it means Reanimator.
I haven't seen that in a long fucking time, but I remember it was good. I just haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love the Reanimator. You know what?
That's what I love about
It was the Reanimator you're talking about. Absolutely, is one of the earliest, coolest. Based. I think it's
Reanimator. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's one of those Lovecraft novel movies. Lovecraft, maybe. I'm not sure who, the writer for that one. I think it was a Lovecraft movie. But Killing Zoe, guys, on the sidebar, we can't give you guys any spoilers in it because it would ruin the movie. It's nothing but spoilers. It builds itself up to, I'm going to give you, it's a bank robbery movie, but you don't know it at first. You just think it's a bunch of hangout crazy fuckers.
It's like one American and all the
One
rest.
American, yeah. One American. Eric Stokes comes over to Paris, the greedy part of Paris with the music and the fucking weird shit.
If people like Pulp Fiction,
True Romance,
you're going to see pre-Pulp Fiction style from this movie.
Yeah.
Where you could tell when Quentin Tarantino wrote this and when he saw it being made, he kind of like, I'm going to put that in Pulp Fiction. And then if you watch True Romance, where it just goes, man. I mean, love movie, hooker, falling in love,
everything.
The most baddest fucking scene with Gary Oldman. Is this White Boy Day? I don't know. Is White Boy Day? Hey, is this White Boy Day? I mean,
everything.
Awesome scene, like
Christopher Walken. Don't forget Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken in True Romance is one of his greatest scenes. In fact, I've seen more people take clips out of True Romance. Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken. Yes, he's the bad guy. The other actor was Christopher Walken, and then the bad guy was oh God, why don't I know these people's name? I'm just never prepared for it because he didn't. Christopher Walken is the bad guy, one of his greatest films ever, in True Romance, and then you have
Christian Slater's the main actor. You have Patricia Arquette, and Kristen Walker was beating up Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper,
and then
Christopher Walken finally meets Dennis Hopper, and it was the greatest scene ever made. You
know what's funny was I know we're supposed to be talking about Saw. We got plenty of time. The scene about Christopher Walker, my daughter was watching it, and she was like, could that be considered racist or what he's saying? And I was telling her, but I was telling her, it's racist on purpose to be killed. He had to do that to be killed. So it's not like it's making a racist remark. It's like he needed to piss him off so freaking bad so he won't get tortured anymore. He can just get shot. Because remember that scene, the other guy goes, he hasn't shot a man in 20 years.
I still think that was it was a mercy killing. At the same time, it was a respect killing. It was like, this motherfucker has said these things to me that is so over the top, so deep, so true at the same time that I have to give him the respect of shooting him myself. That's what that scene was to me. And we unfortunately gave them a spoiler for that one. We didn't mean to do it. It was like, this is the worst.
I mean, if you haven't seen it, I mean, you should go watch it.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Killing Zoe, we've got True Romance, and now we got the Saw, which I got today. I watched it today. It's Saw. I mean, it's Saw. It's
Okay. Let's break down Saw. Now the movie Saw is Jigsaw, right? Okay, so there's a lot of Saw movies. There really are a lot of Saw movies. Now this, sometimes we talk about the whole series, sometimes we don't. But I can't talk about the whole series because I saw Saw 1 and I watched Saw 2, and I remember starting to watch 3, but I never got back in it, and I never watched any other one.
Yeah.
Because to me, once you saw the Saw 1 movie, even the 2, that was enough for me. I mean, it wasn't okay. The awesome thing about Saw 1 was it wasn't just about the gross killing. It's about kind of like why, the kind of people that were there, why they were there. There's a big story with each person that he captured to do this.
Connected.
They're all connected. So you actually had a gore kind of a gross movie that actually had that thriller, knowing what's the connection, kind of like that Mike, whatever, the guy who made Signs and Sixth Sense, yeah. Where you watching for the what's the twist? Yeah, for the big twist, and that's what this movie really was. It was about the big twist, you know, and if you really think about it, Jigsaw kind of reminds me a lot of, I know I'm going back to Trick or Treat, reminds me a lot of Sammy Kerr, because what makes this a good movie was where he wasn't born to be a killer.
No.
You know, his wife got murdered and killed in that one place they're helping. She was pregnant, and then he goes to the hospital. He has like a cancer. It's like nobody helps him, and then he tried to commit suicide and he didn't die. That's the character about he didn't die. So it's kind of like a man who lost it all and he's ready to die. So instead of dying, why not kind of like fix the wrong and fix his asshole? So it's like he's killing
revenge
bad people in a way, but it's not like The Crawl where he just kills you. This fucker makes you like
you learn a lesson. You got to learn a lesson first. Okay, we can spoil it all we want in this fucking, because we're talking about Saw. So he starts off with the protagonist. You get the doctor, and then you get the guy that's actually tailing the doctor. It turns out to be like a private photographer who's been hired by a police officer. It's a whole loop. They're all looped together. And the doctor was supposed to be helping him with his cancer. It was terminal, or it could have been. We don't know if it was 100% terminal. We just know that the doctor is not going to do it. And so the doctor's like, it's terminal. We don't actually get it. I don't think the of course, the Jigsaw, whatever you want to call him, he didn't think it, well, whatever. So the doctor is the protagonist. He's locked in a room with this other guy who was taking his pictures. They're in chains. He's giving him a little tape to listen to. It could give him a little storyline of what's going on with them, playing games. Now, ironically, it reminds me of a lot of colleges, a lot of places have these rooms, Eric, and you go into these rooms, and they have a set of clues in these rooms, and there's a key in the room, and you got to find all the clues to get the key to get out of the room. You pay $50, you get 1 hour, and you got to find all these clues to get out of the room. Believe it or not, it's a huge hit in England. They have one at the University of Washington. When I went to the university, they had one outside there. There's these cool locked rooms that you go in there and you pay money to get locked in, and they have all these puzzle pieces to get out. And in fact, it was just this weekend I was invited to go to one. I was busy doing some other stuff, but like, damn, I wish I could have went to that room. But they have them here too, and all over the place in Europe. And Saw was kind of an inspiration for that idea. Of people getting locked into these rooms, and mostly dates. Guys take girls on dates, and they work together to figure out the puzzles to get out of these rooms. They have all maps and games and mathematics, and you got to all do all this shit to get out of these rooms. But Saw is the same way, where he gives them a way to get out. Remember, Eric, is a way to get out, but it's not something you would want to do.
Well, come on. I mean, like you said, we're not spoiling anything. Come on. No. One guy to get out, he has to saw his leg off. I mean, and I'm sure that I never remember that saw. I'm sure it wasn't super sharp or anything.
No, it was a bone saw. The doctor realized it when he got the other guy. There's two guys in the room, and they're both chained up with their ankle. They're cutting into the saw, and he breaks his immediately and throws it down. And the doctor's going like this, and he realizes it's a medical bone saw. It's not strong enough to cut metal, only bone. He's like, oh, shit. This is what this is for.
There's the saw.
Yeah.
Since I can't show the trailer, it's going to get blocked. So here's the picture.
Yeah, that's him sitting there.
Doesn't look like that looks like a dirty-ass saw. I mean, look at that.
They're in a dirty-ass bathroom. It's a big, huge one room with a bathtub and a sink, and the bathtub is filled nasty. It's just disgusting. He's got hidden things in the room you can find. Not very many hidden places, like mostly like in the toilets and oops, sounds like cute. Okay, there you go. In the bathtub, it's real, and then everybody else has got the same intricate kind of traps. And then in part 2, he continues with the traps. But my goodness, man, wow, what a way to go!
The problem is with the sequels, right? And that's where I got lost. Was he dies in one of them, and he still has another game to start. It's like listen, I understand people can be masterminds of killing people, right? But you can't tell me you're a mastermind with even all future deaths. When you die, there's gonna be another 5 people gotta play the game. That's where it kind of like lost me. It's not like where there's a certain cheesiness like Friday the 13th in space. It's just I don't know. I couldn't get into the other Saw movies. You know, the first one actually was one of the first movies for not Mark Wahlberg, his brother, Donnie Wahlberg. If you remember, he's one of the cops in it, and it's one of his like kind of a first start from being a musician into in the Saw franchise. And remember, also Saw had Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, yes, and the other actor, of course, we saw the picture there. He's I was just watching it. Also, it was ironically weird. Everything's connected. A Twister. He's the guy the bad guy in Twister. So he was in Twister, and he's in Inconceivable. You know.
Yeah. You're talking about Cary Elwes. He's Dr. Lawrence Gordon in this movie. Yeah, he's also in The Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. He's in Princess Bride. So he's a pretty common actor. Did a good part. Did a really good part. Played it up. Well, he cut his own foot off, man. Cut his own foot. And it's just nobody going to make it. But we're doing spoilers, so, you know.
Well, it's hard. You can't really spoil the first one because technically he goes on and makes 2, 3, and 4. So you know he traps people. You find out the twist in it. But then it's not. And then if you watch 3, 4, and 5, it's not even a twist because one of the ones where you thought there was an ending of that guy, he comes back in a storyline in 3 or 4. So it got so polluted where that doctor guy you're talking about, he actually has another twist, Bob, in another Saw movie. So it's like, But you know what's interesting? Now, first of all, let me tell you guys how much money this movie cost to make.
Here we go.
This movie only costed $1,200,000, and this movie actually made over $100 million worldwide.
Wow! And who was the director again?
Oh, now that's what I was going to get to. This movie is actually directed by a guy named James Wan. Now, James Wan is a freaking he's a horror genius. He's an Asian director. He directed some big ass movies. Okay, now you're probably wondering what big ass movies did this James Wan guy directed?
Yeah, what did he do?
Well, he directed both Conjurings.
Conjurings.
Yep. He also directed The Conjuring, Insidious, and the Insidious movies are freaking awesome. He even did one of the Fast and the Furious movies, which I'm not a Fast and Furious fan.
No,
but those movies are huge. We all know the big and he directed a $1 billion movie, Aquaman.
He did Aquaman. So the director of Saw did Aquaman.
Yes, he did.
Which I'm going to say right now, people, and I'll get a lot of haters for this. I did not like that movie at all. Didn't like it at all. I'm sorry. I know Eric's a big fan. We have different opinions. That's why we have a good show.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
You didn't like Aquaman. I actually enjoyed it because to me, Aquaman kind of went back to the comics. Kind of went back to the colorful comics.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the gay Aquaman in the past. I like the newer kind of version of Aquaman. But I mean, first of all, James Wan didn't create the Aquaman look. That was another director. He just made that movie. Yeah. But he made $1 billion. So So yeah, I know it's right. It's like look, but look, okay, but look. Your horror directors, okay? Evil Dead, directed by Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
He made the first Spider-Man movie, the first 3 Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
A lot of these big-time directors that do these big movies come from the horror genre.
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah, Tim Burton. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know why a lot of big budget movies go with these young guys? Not because they're young guys. It's because they know how to make horror movies with low budgets.
Low
So
budget.
like,
Yeah.
if we give this guy a bigger budget, but not big of a budget, he's going to figure out how to make this movie.
I just didn't like Aquaman because I feel like Queequeg was the protagonist. Like, I don't know if you guys know who Queequeg. Anyway, anybody watches Moby Dick. The Moby Dick, you have the main character protagonist, and he has his buddy, which is a big Samoan. I'm not racist, man. He had a big Samoan buddy that was Queequeg with a big old. They're whalers. I feel like he's a whaler. I'm like, why have they got a whaler on here? He's supposed to be Aquaman. He's a whaler. I don't know. I get it. I don't like the Nazi one. I don't like that Nazi fucking short-haired guy either from the 50s, 60s, but they could have, I don't know. Maybe. I'm just, I don't know, man. They got Queequeg. I just think he's going to go hunting a whale after this.
James Wan also did the Insidious franchise, and I liked the Insidious franchise. I mean, that was kind of a spooky, the first 2, how it kind of links back with each other. I mean, I don't want to spoil that one, and you haven't seen it. It's where he goes to the other side, and he actually, the thing is about James Wan with his movies, there's a story. Even if you don't like those kind of movies with Saw, you have to say Saw 1 actually had a story to it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Saw 1 that's what made it so good. It had a story to it.
That's the only thing that kept me into Saw. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm into the running, chasing. I'm into the Friday the 13th. I'm into Michael Myers chasing kind of a slasher movie, or the flash around the corner. But somebody being tortured in a room, I know is a big fan base for that, but I'm just not one of them. You know, I'm just like, I'm just watching. I feel like I'm staring at somebody at the DMV like line or something. I'm just like, they're just being. I can't. It's like somebody doing math, like doing a math test. You know, you just like, oh, I feel bad for you, man. Can you not figure out the puzzle? I can't. There's nobody chasing nobody. They're just going to die if they don't pass the test. That's what it is. I'm like, God, I feel like I want to go. I'm afraid to take tests now. You know, I'm like, this gave me some kind of test PTSD. Just, man, yeah. But it was a good movie. It's a great movie. It's got a storyline to it too. It twists and bends.
And and also it started that kind of a gross fad that kind of got a popular where being, doing gross things is cool to watch now, because this movie, another kind of movie, it's not exactly like Saw, but the movie that came out 2005 was called Hostel.
Dude,
and Hostel is another torture movie. So after this one, it kind of started the craze of what they call it. They call it a torch porn. They call it,
and
horror porn.
Yeah, torture, horror, torture. You know, it did. And I watched Hostel, also the first one, and I hated it. Again, it's just me. It had a large fan base for it. If you're into that, you're into that. I just don't want to watch people be fucking. I feel like I want to go do something. I want to kick in a fucking door. I want to be a hero and save them. I can't sit there and watch them do this. It's not in my programming. There it is. It's not my pro. Again, at least you can get away from a slasher. You can get away. You got rooms to run into. You got fields. You're running, man. You're free. You can get away. This one, you're not going anywhere. They're just being tortured. You're like, I can't do this. Just, man. You just can't do it. But there's an audience for it. I'm just not one of them again. But I watched it. We watched it. I watched it today. I watched it with somebody else from England that had never seen it, and they were going, "Oh, this is bad." I go, "Yeah, well, it's not. It's not that they said it's bad. It's just like I can't watch someone be tortured, right?"
The thing is, you think that a lot of people are not into it,
but they are.
$100 million.
They are a lot of people.
There's a big
audience for it. It just goes to tell you what we have in society, man. Coming from a guy who likes to see people get chased by people in masks, so I'm no one to fucking judge. Judge not so that she be judged, but no, man. It's just I can't. I'm not a fan of it. Just people sitting there and being tortured like. At least I can make jokes about people almost get into that corner, get into that room, hide under the bed. No, don't go under the bed. But they got nowhere to go. They're on a chain. Okay, there's nowhere
to go. And even if you solve the puzzle, you still might die.
You're like, just would you cut your foot off?
Now, but think about this. If you're working on it, what about the people who get to create the traps? Oh, my God! I mean, you got to sit there, right, and think about. Well, we got to make it. We got to make a trap for this movie. How are we gonna make a trap with the knives and stuff? I mean, dude, you got to be pretty smart to develop to make a trap, and knowing that the trap's going to work.
Again, let's give it some. Well, he picked people that are, in his definition, are bad. Okay, so the doctor is committing adultery. Okay, so he's cheating on his wife. Going to the fucking hotel room with one of his nurses. What is this? It's dumb, but can none of you see demons? Real fool on the rulers of this planet. You need. Yeah. I see the fucking demons here. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's what the whole idea of this whole movie is. Yeah. So. So you want to like say, oh, I'm going to root for the bad guy because he's killing somebody committing adultery. Like, come on, man. Okay, he's going to be divorced and his life's going to suck for a while. It'll probably be better off for her anyway. So there's always a good lining to bad things that happen. And he's not hurting nobody. Okay, I never committed adultery. Eric, you've never committed adultery, but this guy did it. Now he's in a fucking chain being electrocuted with a bone saw. Come on, little excessive, man. And the same thing, he didn't operate on him. Okay,
this guy is right about this thing did happen in real life. How about the mountain climber who cut his own arm off with a pocket knife?
Sure did, yeah, with I think a Swiss Army knife. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, he cut his own arm off. He was, oh, 72 hours, I think it was called.
Something.
It was 72 hours. Was that famous actor? He did the movie with The Room. The Room just recently. He was Seth Rogen in Pineapple Express. Oh man, good actor. We're bad.
Yeah, you know what?
We're the worst.
Well, I never. I know what the movie you guys talking about, but honestly,
I saw it.
I never watched that movie about the guy cutting his arm off. I don't know. I just thought, thinking of. Am I going to watch a movie about a guy trapped? I know it happened in real life, and it's just ending up James Franco cutting his arm off.
James Franco, yes. Yeah, he was wedged between a rock. He shouldn't have been by himself. It's a lesson learner for anybody out hiking by yourself. Don't do it. Always have a fucking friend. Always let someone know where you're at. That movie taught you a lot of shit. Always have a something. Let somebody know where you are. Where you'll meet them. Always, it's a good learning. Yeah, and he had to cut his own. Oh man, because it was rotting on his body and it was just draining his energy, and he was going through. Anyway, it reminded me of Saw. This is another torture movie.
Let me ask you this. Maybe this might sound gross, but you think maybe because his arm was rotting, it made it easier to cut his arm off versus cutting it if it wasn't rotting? Because
he's still gonna get
a big knife. He only had a small knife.
Yeah, it was a dull knife at that. It was one of them. I think he picked it up from a freaking gas station. It was a dull knife. He had to cut through, so he couldn't cut through his bone. So he had to break the bone first. So he had to break a bone still attached to his body, and then he had to cut through. He just cut through the tendons and the nerves and the flesh. So once he cut through the flesh, the bone was exposed. So you got to crack the bone and just crack it back and forth and then break the bone off. Then he was free. But imagine after you've drank your own urine for a while and you went into some kind of psychosis because you're just losing you're dying. I guess you could do anything you want after a while. It don't matter. But he got free. It was a true story. They even have a guy at the picture at the end of the movie sitting there going, ooh, with one arm. I was like, oh, God, dude.
I know.
You should have told somebody, man. You should have told somebody.
Maybe one day I'll watch it. Just
yeah.
I didn't want to watch it. I'm like,
James Franco's a good actor. I don't know. He was just cruising for an award. He's one of them guys. I don't know. I like the guy. He's a vain fucker just looking for an award. But
Did you know there is a Saw reboot coming out?
No.
Oh yeah. Did you know who's in charge of it?
Who?
Oh, this is gonna shock you, but hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can find.
Coffee.
What are they calling it? Chris Rock is actually going to be starring in it, and I think he's producing it. Hold on.
What's this?
I think it's called. What are they calling it? Oh, they're calling it Spyro. Hold on. Let me pull it up on IMDb for you.
Is it a comedy? Because he's a comedian.
Oh, no,
he's doing a drama.
Comedy.
Why is he doing a drama? It's like when Bill Murray did a drama, that was like, it was difficult for me to understand. I got through it. I enjoyed it. He didn't go full drama though. He was still kept the same character. But when these comedians that are just diehard laughing, you can't go drama, man. It's not a fan of that. Not a fan of that.
And of course, he's a cop in it. Hold on. It also has Samuel Jackson.
Okay.
Samuel Jackson's in it. Chris Rock is in it.
Okay.
And I think it's the Chris Rock's company who bought the rights to this movie. So I think it's also he owns a company, and they bought the whole rights for this and everything. And they're putting money in it. They're putting in. It says they're putting in over $40 million into this.
What's it called? What's he doing? Doing what? What movie?
A whole reboot, but it's called Spyro. A sadistic mastermind unleashes a twisted form of justice in Spyro, the terrifying new chapter from the Book of Saw.
Okay, well, at least it's more of a, I can see them are taking it out of the gritty and they're making it more of a fast mainstream. He's probably the original, probably the cop that was, whatever. And then, I guess maybe it's his best way of jumping over to another genre of acting.
Could be.
I know it's not going to be gritty like this one. It's not going to be like like Saw. It's not going to be like Hostel. I guarantee you that.
It's a new chapter from the Book of Saw, so I'm
okay.
It's hard to. Yeah, I guess we won't know. I mean, there's a trailer for it, but like I said, I don't want to play any trailers because the Saw trailers is getting the videos banned.
Okay, don't do it. So when is it coming out?
Working in the shadow of esteemed police veteran Samuel Jackson, which he's in every single movie there is. Private detective, it is killed, whatever his name is, and the rookie partner Max takes charge of a greedy investigation into murders that are eerily reminiscent of the city's gruesome past. Unwittingly entrapped in a deepening mystery, Zeke finds himself at the center of the killer's morbid game.
Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, so they're taking the idea, okay, that we got the gritty, getting them all trying to get out of the traps, but he's doing the investigation part where they're probably finding the traps and then trying to figure out like a puzzle how he put them together and how he did them.
Well, it's a whole movie. It's a whole new traps.
Yeah, okay. So it's from an outside perspective looking in instead of them being in the trap. Like this one, they're in the trap. You're watching them be tortured. They're on the outside coming in and trying to solve the puzzles of the traps. Probably finding the body. Like, remember the original part of the movie that saw the two cops were just finding the bodies, and they were trying to figure out what was going on with the traps. And so what were they doing? What was this? What did they do this? How they do this? So they're doing it like that the first few minutes of the movie. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
They're just doing it from that perspective.
You can see that he's chained up.
Oh shit.
And he's got a saw in his hand.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Was that duct tape? Oh, no, I thought he had duct tape on his face for a second. No, that's just his big ass face with big ass teeth.
Yeah,
I love him as a comedian, man.
They're calling it here. They're calling it a Saw reboot.
I like Chris Rock a lot as a comedian. I want to see, of course, Samuel Jackson's in it. If Samuel Jackson in it, it's going to have a twist of sci-fi comic book to it. He's a comic book diehard head in all the movies. So it's going to have a comic booky feel to it, I guarantee you. It makes me feel a little better. I mean, maybe the reboot will be palatable for a lot more of an audience. It's going to be more comic booky with Samuel Jackson in it. Guarantee you. That's what else to say about that.
Well, I mean, I guess if you want to make yourself trying to be an actor, I guess the best way to do it is doing a horror movie in a way, right? Instead of trying to do one of those independent movies, try to make it big with independence. He's doing the horror movies, so you can always say it's a horror movie.
Oh yeah, dude, correct. He's making a movie for the movie screen.
Yeah,
they're probably desperate for movie screen idea because everybody's doing it on the fucking networks now. Nobody's going to the movies because of whatever it's called, 19 whatever, and so they're just trying to do something to get you into the movie.
Reminds me of an escape room, but a bit more graphic.
Escape room. Thank you for saying that.
We went to the movies. We went to the movies and saw Escape Room, and I hated it.
Well, that's what I was talking. They're called. Well, the rooms I'm telling you about. When you get locked in, you pay $50 or $25 or $100, sometimes up to $100. You go what you pay for it, Eric. You go in. They're called escape rooms, and they have them all over. They have them everywhere. They have them at the University of Washington. First, I went to the one at University of Washington, and then they have them all over the Europe here. They're big fucking deal now. They're called escape rooms, dude. Not like the movie Escape Room. These are actual rooms that you pay to go into with a friend, and you try to get out. You got all these puzzles and pieces. And
I can see that because the movie in the beginning of the escape room is about like playing for a challenge and you win money and all that. It's just that movie ending was so freaking lame that I can't even remember what was so lame about the ending. That's so bad. I'm like, this movie fucking sucks. And of course, they made a sequel to it.
Well, you're talking about Saw.
No, Escape Room.
Oh, Escape Room. I
hated the fucking ending in it.
I didn't watch that. I can't. I mean, I like the phrase escape room that you go into yourself as a regular, not in the movie theater kind of a movie thing. The actual escape room you can do for fun, but they made a movie using the name escape room. And I don't think it's anything like what you do in commercially. But I ain't watching it. But I got a lot of good movies. I've downloaded a lot of movies, so I'm going to be watching some movies. I don't know. I got The Crow. So I'm going to be watching The Crow again. I'm going to be bringing back some of these cool movies to watch.
Only the first Crow. All the other three suck.
Only the first Crow. I've got The Thing. I'm going to be watching The Thing from the 80s. So I'm getting prepped for the next couple of shows. You just haven't announced those ones yet. I'm assuming you are.
Well, because Thursday, I'm not going to be around Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
Thursday is going to be I'm going to be showing I'm going to pre-record a little message for a documentary about the stormtrooper who hit his head. There's an awesome documentary, guys. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't know how good people were hearing me because this was over there, but nobody complained. But
I heard you.
But it's going to be an awesome documentary that a guy created on YouTube that's fucking awesome, showing that Thursday. But next Tuesday, the horror talk, because everybody keeps emailing me. Everybody was asking me, hey, when are you going to talk about this one movie? And I was like, well, I already talked too much about John Carpenter's. I don't want to just keep going with John Carpenter. But since everybody keeps emailing me, said you got to talk about They Live. So we're gonna talk about They Live on Tuesday.
No, we did that already.
No. I'm sorry. The thing.
Oh, good, because I downloaded the thing. I've got
the thing. I'm sorry.
They Live. We did They Live.
He likes a lot of 2-word movies. The Thing.
Yeah. Okay, good, because I got it. Okay, I was gonna watch. I was hoping you would say that, man, because I mean, I'm doing my homework for the show, so I'd rather watch movies. I'll watch whatever you guys want me to watch in the sidebar. If you guys have a scary movie you want me to watch, I mean, I did it. We had a special request from one of our excellent gals that watches the show. Also was on Viz's channel, and she wanted us to do the Saw, and so I watched the Saw. It's like,
hey, sometimes if you haven't seen it, some people in the sidebars, like one person in the sidebar emailed me on the side and said, dude, Trick or Treat was actually pretty good. Yeah. Like, yeah, I told you it wasn't as cheesy as you thought it was.
Yeah, they'll be watching Killing Zoe next. They're like, I want to watch Killing Zoe. Oh, I heard all about that now. I got to watch it.
Romance, like I said, I say if you're going to watch the Saw movies, watch the first one, maybe the second one. That's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need any more Saw movies. And also, everybody in the chat right now, if you go to my description, you guys need to subscribe to my Instagram, because every day now I'm putting up different pictures. If you guys kind of like pictures, kind of like here, I'm going to show you guys an example. I mean, go check out, because my Instagram, I'm trying to show, I put my horror talk shows also on Instagram later at night, but I also show a lot. I have fun and create pictures. Like here's one of the pictures I created, and Bob, you're in it. Oh, that's not the one. That's not the one. Hold on.
I don't look like I was in that one.
No, not that one. You are in. I don't know if you've seen this, Bob.
I'm afraid, man. I'm afraid. Oh yeah, at least I got guns. It looks like me in real life. That's how I look in real life, though.
Yeah, I'm having fun creating pictures. So if you guys kind of like this thing, I took the Twilight, took the wolves out, and I put guinea pigs in there.
What do I got? The short girl. What's up with the little kid?
The short girl is she's vampire.
Oh,
she's vampire, and the Twilights, is them against the wolves. I'm like, why does everybody got to fight wolves? Why can't we have overlarge guinea pigs?
Yeah,
so I decided to show Hollywood, hey, make a new Twilight movie, but instead of people turning into wolves, have them turn into guinea pigs.
Yeah, because I'm an American werewolf in England, so I don't like the people shooting wolves. I'm a wolf. I'm half wolf. Eric, we're wolves. Yeah. We're werewolves. Let it be known. We're werewolves.
You know how, like you said, Bob, like being eaten by a large rabbit, the lupus?
Yeah,
like eaten by a guinea pig. You ever seen a guinea pig eat salad?
No.
Imagine that guinea pig chewing on your feet, on your leg.
I've not watched a guinea pig eat salad, but I imagine it's pretty brutal.
And then I did this one.
Oh yeah, I gotta be the fat guy in the back.
You see that? You can see Bob right here. You see Michael Jackson is the girl.
Okay.
You can see Tom Cruise, and right there is Mark Zuckerberg.
There you go. You got quite the six-pack rolling there, man. You got a nice bulge there too. I noticed. You got when you stuffed the sock with that one. What's up? What's up with that? That's nice. It's nice.
Like I said, I'm just having fun. There's Michael Myers not doing his 6 feet distance from me.
Yes, yeah, that's breaking the rules. It's breaking the rules right there. I'm sure there'll be a cop around the corner that's going to break. You know what's cool about that now? If you're being chased by someone in a mask and they break the 6 foot rule, you'll probably get a cop there. And before, you would have never gotten a police officer, but now if somebody in a mask is close to you within the 6 foot rule thing, you'll probably, and they're not, if you don't have a mask on and they do have a mask on, and they're within the 6 foot rule, cop will stop you guys. In fact, they'll probably arrest you for not having the mask. And then let the mask go. The hockey mask guy, you can go. You're wearing a mask. But you're not wearing the mask, and you broke the 6-foot rule. But he had a hockey mask and a freaking machete. I don't care. You've broken the mask rule.
So
jail.
So I just put my Instagram in there, guys, because like I said, sometimes I like to have fun and mess around with pictures, and I'm gonna start loading up like 2-3 pictures a day of just, I don't know, of stupid shit and fun. So if you guys like that kind of shit, you guys like to have a good time,
memes,
just come in. Memes. And then, guys, tomorrow, I don't know if any of you saw the title for tomorrow's show. I'll give you guys a little hint for tomorrow. The title for tomorrow is called Gypsy Road Journey into the Unknown. I actually titled it after the title because tomorrow is going to be, since I'm taking off Thursday and Friday, tomorrow is just going to be more of a Q&A. Talk about different things that we're going to be adding to the channel, kind of like the newspaper. We're going to be adding Grandpa's World stories. We're going to be adding some stuff. And I thought tomorrow we'll do a Q&A and kind of tell people some of the things that we're going to be. I'm trying to have more of a show where we can have different topics and have kind of more fun, kind of more creative, so we don't have to worry about the real world. You know, a crazy story from the newspaper side. You know, Grandpa's World, alien stories. Kind of like different things. And I thought I'll go over that tomorrow, and it will answer like any question. I don't care what kind of question, any question you guys want. Tomorrow is going to be the day to answer all those questions. And starting Monday, it's going to be like a fresh week, kind of a small little change of a small little format change to be trying to make it more funner for you guys and trying to find more guests. I'm on a search. I got a person that's helping me too. Is actually looking for a guest. So and if any of you guys want to help out with the channel, I'm gonna put my email address in here.
Come on, you want to be a guest? Come on.
If you want to be a guest, or you just want to help out with the channel behind the scenes, this is my email address. Just send me an email because I want to bring on different guests. Like new people are the best. You know, people we never even met. You know, because I want to go back to the old. We have been going back to the old style.
The old style.
Where we bring new people in from different communities, so everybody can start interacting from different communities and kind of like knowing each other and start to become more friends with connections.
Yeah. And everyone, I've noticed a lot of people that come on, they take off themselves. They start their own shows. They do well. They go off and go up pretty fucking fast.
I got a worst movie, Open Water.
No, it ain't.
Dude, you are so fucking right.
Wouldn't watch that.
We went to the movies and saw Open Water, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I mean, it was garbage. It was dumb. I mean, it wasn't like bad special effects, but it was just like, come on, man.
No,
Bob, that's the movie where I told you that it needed to be rated R. It wasn't rated R. It was PG. And it's like, dude, put a strip club in there or something. Show some nudity. Whatever happened to the good old-fashioned rated R where people having sex and they get killed?
Yeah, what happened to that?
Sex and some killing in it. It didn't have none of it. All it had was it had the girl from Twilight, and she had short hair in it. She didn't even have long hair. She had short hair, and all you saw like one scene of her in her panties. It was like, dude, show some sex in it. Show some death. Show some killing. Show
some zombies. I want a dinosaur, for God's sake. Come on, man. I want a bunny rabbit.
You are so right. I hated that movie. Wow. I hated it. It fucking sucks. Okay.
Yes.
Guys, do not watch that movie.
Do not watch that movie. Do not waste your time watching that movie. They had no budget for that movie. It's like, come on, man. People with small budgets making huge kick-ass movies, and people with big-ass budgets making small, simple movies that are just waste of your time. Blair Witch Project, for example, college kids with a video camera. Speaking of which, Eric, not 100%, but I might be going out to a cemetery tonight.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What was the name of that app, man? I keep asking you.
I emailed it to you. Ghost detector.
Ghost detector. Okay.
You know, and I don't understand studios. I mean, listen, if you put $2 million, okay, that's fine. But when you put in big money for a movie like Open Water, Underwater again, it's like, you know that's gonna fail. You know it's gonna be stupid. I don't get it. It's not like okay, Saw the movie Saw costed $1.2 million to make. Hey, if it doesn't work out, it's only won $2 million. Putting like 40, 50 million? Did you
What the fuck?
and you know, and horror movies, it's rare that a horror movie will even make over 20 million. It has to be it's a rarity. It really is. You know, yes, Saw actually hit 100 million. That's rare. Okay.
Wow.
You know, so I don't know. I don't get it. Franco is a creepy person.
He is a little creepy.
Well, because he was creepy, it cost him a chance to be nominated to get an Oscar.
I think he does it on purpose. Again, he's another Oscar hound. Why do they fucking need to sell their souls to get that stupid trophy? They always do, inevitably always do. Bob, make sure you go around 3 a.m. Of course.
Well, yeah, 3 a.m. is the devil's time.
This is nighttime over here now. I'll be off after this will be over about, Eric, you're pretty much done.
Yeah.
10 o'clock over here, and then I got a few more hours and we eat some food. I'm going to go hit it. It's pouring down rain, stormy, nasty. Perfect for me.
Tomorrow on the show, you can kind of tell us your experience.
Yeah, again, I might go, I might not. It depends.
If you do go,
yeah,
let us know tomorrow. And people in the chat, get questions ready. We're open to any kind of question. We'll answer any kind of questions. Honestly, you know, there's nothing. We never say there's nothing. Whole bars. You know, we're honest with our answers to our questions. Just bring it tomorrow. We'll have fun. And guys, that's it for today. Recommendation for Saw: watch the first one, maybe the second one. Then all the rest of Saw, that's up to you. I ain't watching them. I don't care for them. So beyond that, guys, that is it. See you all later.